Hi, it's Israel Immanuel, founder of Immanuel Visions Productions, and today I'm going to be coming with another filmmaking tip video. And this filmmaking tip video is going to be on being an extra. Now, being an extra is just, when we see like movies and TV shows, when we watch scenes from movies and TV shows, you have the main actors, and the focal point is scene. But then, you also see like in certain scenes where, especially like if they're in a public place or they're outside or whatever the case may be, wherever the scene takes place, you have background people, whether they're walking in the back view or they're walking and talking, in the background, or, whether they're sitting down or, whatever the case may be, the people that you see in the background of the scene, they're considered extras or background actors. Now, I've went out for a job as an extra for a feature film that was filming here in my state last year. I went out for an extra role for a feature film last year, and for a feature film, that was filming here in my state, and I kind of know how it works, and sometimes being extra, sometimes you don't see yourself in the actual film, in the actual production, whether it's a movie or TV show, because sometimes they cut scenes out, so sometimes you do see yourself as an extra, and sometimes you don't, because it depends whether they cut it out, how much they cut out, and stuff like that, because we all know in film making and all that stuff, like not everything that you film makes it in the actual production. It makes it in the actual finished product, you know. A lot of things you film is kind of back, it's kind of you film more than what there's more that's filmed than the stuff that actually makes it into the finished product. Well, I'm gonna make a whole nother filmmaking tip video on that, but focusing on extras. So yeah, pretty much you're just a background actor and stuff like that. And a lot of actors, have had their start as extras and stuff like that. It kind of helped them get, you know, in the field of being on set. It has them have that experience of being on set and stuff like that. Whether, also in commercials, they also have extras that's in commercials, yeah, but being an extra is also good, of your good in your resume as an actor, because it shows that you have experience on the film set, that you have experience on set, and a lot of actors, they had their start being extras, and yeah, so that's pretty much my take on being an extra. It's really simple and stuff like that. It's not really something that, you can make a long that I can make a long video on, because it's kind of simple and cut and to the point, And yeah, so I hope y'all enjoyed this filmmaking tip video. I'm Israel Manuel, founder of Emmanuel Visions Productions, and yeah, have a good day, y'all, and I'll see y'all next time on the next filmmaking tip video.